I'm Brooke.
I'm Megan. And this is our Physics Cinema project.
Free your mind. Whoa.
Even though this is science fiction,
We're still going to analyze it, because that is
not possible.
In that clip, we can see that Morpheus, right here, jumped for about 5 seconds total. Okay. We approximated his distance to be about 100 meters across the buildings and his height to reach about 50 meters total.
Our main goal is to find the velocity in which Morpheus jumps from the building. In order to do that, we have to find the component vectors, and to find the initial velocity in the y direction, we use the acceleration, -10 meters per second, times the total amount he was in the air, 5 seconds. There we find that his change in velocity in the y direction is 50 meters per second, and that would give us that his initial velocity in the y direction is 25 meters per second. And then, given that he jumped 100 meters in 5 seconds, and that it was at a constant velocity, we could find that he jumped 20 meters per second in the x direction.
Okay. So to find his initial velocity, we take the velocity in the x direction and then velocity in the y direction, and we would have to use Pythagorean theorem to find it. So we do a squared plus b squared equals c squared, which is 20 squared plus 25 squared, and we found that to be 32.015 meters per second. And then if you want to see even how more extreme his jump is, you could find the angle at which he takes off at. So you take the tangent of the opposite over adjacent, which is, you have to take the inverse of that. So tangent inverse of 25 over 20, which is 51.34 degree straight jump off of the building. Also, Usain Bolt, the fastest runner in the world, his record is 12.42 meters per second. And Morpheus just jumped 32.015 meters per second. So that's pretty insane. All right.